Hey, what's up, operators? This is 100 Stag here, and I'm coming at you with my short-term review of the Woojer Rig. I've now had it for about 3 days. I've gotten about 6 or 7 hours of gaming on it with a couple different games, and I just wanted to give you a quick overview or some feedback of what I've noticed initially starting out, getting it set up, playing a few games, and just kind of give you an idea of what this experience is like using this vest. So first off, first thing I noticed, it takes a little longer than I thought it would to charge. Going from a 0% charge, so pretty much completely dead, to a full charge takes about 4 hours. I guess it's not too bad. However, if you are playing for a long time and then it dies, you're going to have to take a break for quite a bit before you can get back on and keep playing. I don't know yet if having it plugged in and using it over USB charges it or will relieve some of the strain on the battery that you would get maybe playing it with Bluetooth or something like that. I've been playing it with USB. That's the only way to really get the full experience of the full 7.1 surround and all the great features that I really got this vest for. So setting it up was pretty easy. Woojer provided all of the firmware that I needed to get started. They gave me also a couple downloads and a couple links to be able to test out the 7.1 surround sound and make sure that it was working properly. That was awesome. Pretty quick process. I mean, maybe it took me 10 minutes to actually set it up. But again, that was after the initial 4-hour charge, which isn't a big deal. You know, I just let it charge overnight and got started the next day working on it. So turning it on, really simple. Pretty much your whole control board is right here on your shoulder. You got your power button in the middle. You've got your haptic feedback levels with the up and down arrows that raises the amount of vibration that you want. I turned it all the way up and watched one of the Dolby Surround Sound test videos, and this thing can get going. I'll tell you what, man, this felt like I was in one of those massage chairs. It's just vibrating really intensely. It was crazy. I think I keep it about 3/4 of the way up. I do like the feedback. It helps you feel some of the smaller sounds and features in the game that you wouldn't get if you had it at under 50% of feedback. So I like to keep it pretty high. It really just enhances the level of immersion for me. Also, you can control the volume on your headphones using the plus and minus buttons. That's one thing that I did notice. You have to use your headphones through this control system. You can't have them plugged into something else. I have an external hub for my headphones that allows me to manage better the volume and the microphone outputs for my headphones. I use these Quake 7.1 surround sound lightweight headphones with a detachable mic. These are another project that I backed on Kickstarter. I can do a video on these in the future if that's something that y'all are interested in. But I use these. I like them. They do have a microphone control with a push to talk on the button on the back and a mute and a volume control on here. So it's really not that big of a deal. It's just a little different. I had to move my setup around a little bit. As you can see, I am sitting down. I'm in my chair using this, which something I mentioned in my first video. It's nice and slim. I don't really feel uncomfortable wearing this. The one thing I did have to do is I removed the lower lumbar support from my chair just because it has a tendency to push up on the bottom of the vest and make it ride up my back a little bit. But I moved that. I loosened all of this so that I have the waist belt really sitting right on my hips. It's a lot bigger when I'm sitting down. I keep everything a little bit looser. When I'm standing up, I can kind of tighten stuff down and get more of a snug fit on it. But when I'm sitting down, it just seems to work better if it's a little loose, just because, you know, you're bent at the waist, and I just like it that way. Might be personal preference, but that's it. This is really comfortable. Like I said, I've put 6 or 7 hours into gaming with this on, and I've been fine. I don't really notice it. It's not something that I'm constantly repositioning myself or even causing something like sweat, you know, back sweat or anything. I'm in this little nook, as you can see. My computer generates quite a bit of heat. It can get warm, but I don't feel uncomfortable in this at all. A few moments that I can mention where this has really, really kind of immersed me in the game a lot more is in a moment in Far Cry. So I was playing Far Cry 5, and during one of the last missions where you got to go kill one of the main bad guys in there, you get a lot of wolves coming at you, and so I'm hiding behind a rock getting shot at, and then all of a sudden I hear like the growling, like the deep guttural growling of a wolf right behind me. And actually, the way that this vibrated and spread up my back with that deep guttural growl, it felt like it was behind me. It felt like I could feel the breath of that wolf like right on my back. And it was just one of those moments that just kind of like sent a shiver up my spine, because it was really kind of surprising and scary, and it was just a really cool moment for me. Another one is that in Metro Exodus, I started playing that yesterday. Same kind of thing with the zombies, or whatever you want to call them, like the undead radiated types of people. Same type of thing. When they come and attack you, you can feel it. When they make noises, you kind of feel a rumble from the direction that they're coming in. And that's just kind of cool, you know. It adds a little sense of feeling into it. You don't have to really be looking around with your HUD or your view in the game a little bit. You can actually feel the game, which I think is super cool. And it just really gets you that much more immersed into it. And another thing, you kind of get the standard type of stuff. When you get hit somewhere, you feel the vibration where you're getting hit. Every time that you shoot your weapon, you get the recoil on your shoulder. So it's just kind of cool, you know. You just feel that beating every time you pull the trigger, and it just gets you in there. I can imagine if you're wearing virtual reality glasses that would kind of really bring you into it. And it's just really cool. Another thing that I've noticed, I've played Far Cry 5, I've played Metro Exodus, I've played a little bit of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, is that each game kind of has a different level of interactiveness, I guess, if that's a word, interactiveness with the vest. So Far Cry 5, like I said, you can really just that wolf growling. It was a real guttural sensation kind of moving up my back, kind of gave me the chills, made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. And that was really intense. Whereas Metro Exodus, kind of same type of game, open world. There's some jump scares and all that. But even when you're getting attacked by monsters, it's not as intense as even just that one moment was in Far Cry 5. I would assume that if you're getting attacked, dragged underwater by all these beasts, that this thing would really be going and kind of get you in there, make you feel frantic, make you feel like you're there. But it's there. It's just not as intense as I would have expected it to be with everything that's going on camera. Same thing with Call of Duty, you know. You get the rumbling when you're doing that skydive, dropping in and blackout. You get the gun recoil. But other than that, you know, you kind of get the vibrations of the grenades when they're going off and stuff. But it's not super intense. You know, for me, I really like the intenseness of it. Some people might not totally be into that. They just want a little bit. But again, you can control the intensity of it with these controls right here. Last thing I want to point out, I'm a big Division fan. I'm super excited for the Division 2 to come out. And one thing that I thought was super cool is that this ring right here, when you're playing, is orange. And that just reminds me of the Division. And, you know, I feel like an agent sitting here playing. So I'm super excited for that. Definitely going to be wearing this for that. You know, it matches my watch. I got the Division background on my watch. So that's just a cool little thing for me. That's my first, you know, less than 10-hour review of this. Super awesome. I'm going to keep playing on it more. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to hit me up in the comments. Leave a like. Please subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with a lot more videos as time allows. As I get more products, I want to review them, let you guys know what I think of them, so that you guys can decide whether or not you want to buy these products. I know some of them can be expensive, and a lot of people don't have a ton of extra money to put into these products and don't want to buy some that might fail, whether it's going to be a gaming vest, you know, some headphones, airsoft guns, you know, any tactical equipment that I buy, whether it's for the National Guard or for airsoft or just anything in general. I'm going to try to get stuff out to you so you guys can save your money and, you know, spend it on stuff that you want. So with that, I'm the Hunted Stag. I'm signing off. Happy hunting.